It started as a harmless joke, or at least that's what I told myself when the words slipped out of my mouth. My husband, Daniel, had invited his best friend, Ryan, over for dinner one Saturday night. They'd known each other since college, and whenever the two of them were together, it was like watching brothers who never really grew up. The teasing, the laughter, the inside jokes. I loved seeing Daniel that happy. But that night, something shifted, and I didn't realize the weight of my own words until it was too late. We'd just finished dinner. Ryan was telling some ridiculous story about how he accidentally locked himself out of his apartment while holding a pizza box. Everyone was laughing, including me. The energy was light, the kind of warmth that fills a house with comfort. Then jokingly I said, "Honestly, Ryan, if you weren't around, I think Daniel would be lost. You two act like you're married." Ryan laughed it off, but I noticed Daniel's smile fade, just a little. He quickly changed the subject, asking Ryan about his job. I didn't think much of it then, but later that night, after Ryan left, Daniel grew quiet. The laughter that had filled the room was gone, replaced by an uneasy stillness. I was washing the dishes when he walked up behind me. "Why would you say that?" he asked softly. I turned around, confused. "Say what?" He looked down, his voice calm but heavy. "That joke. About me and Ryan being married. Do you realize what that sounded like?" I blinked. "It was a joke, Daniel. You two are inseparable. I didn't mean anything by it." He nodded slowly, but there was something in his eyes I couldn't read. "I know you didn't," he said quietly. "But it hit me harder than you think." I set the dish towel down. "What do you mean?" He took a deep breath and leaned against the counter. "Ryan's been my best friend for almost 20 years. He's been there through everything. College, my parents' divorce, our wedding. But lately, things have been different." My stomach tightened. "Different how?" He looked away. "He's been distant. Pulling away. I didn't tell you because I didn't understand it myself. When you made that joke, it reminded me of how close we used to be, and how far apart we are now." His words caught me off guard. I'd thought my joke was innocent, something to laugh over, but for him, it had reopened something deeper. I reached for his hand. "I didn't know, Daniel. I thought you two were fine." He gave a sad smile. "That's just it. Everyone thinks we're fine. But sometimes people drift, even without realizing it." For the first time, I noticed how tired he looked. The kind of tired that doesn't come from work or lack of sleep, but from feeling emotionally disconnected. I sat beside him at the table. "You miss him, don't you?" He nodded. "Yeah. He's like a brother to me. But lately, I think he's been going through something he doesn't want to talk about. I've tried reaching out, but he keeps shutting me out." "And your joke?" He stopped, shaking his head. It reminded me that maybe I already lost him without even noticing. I felt a lump form in my throat. I hadn't just made a bad joke. I'd touched a nerve I didn't even know existed. "Daniel," I whispered. "I'm so sorry." He squeezed my hand gently. "You didn't mean to hurt me." But sometimes jokes reveal more truth than we expect. For a while, we just sat there in silence, the hum of the refrigerator filling the space between us. Then, unexpectedly, his phone buzzed on the table. It was a message from Ryan. "Hey, man. Sorry I've been MIA. Needed some time. Hope dinner was good. Miss you." Daniel stared at the message for a long moment, then smiled faintly. "Maybe this is a start." He typed back, "Always here, buddy." When he hit send, I saw something soften in his eyes. The heaviness lifted, just a little. I rested my head on his shoulder and said quietly, "Guess my joke did something good after all." He chuckled. "Yeah, maybe it did. Sometimes we need the wrong words to remind us what matters." That night, after he went to bed, I sat in the quiet living room thinking about how small moments can change everything. I'd made a careless joke, but it opened a conversation that should have happened long ago. It reminded me that love isn't just about protecting feelings. It's about understanding the ones we never knew existed. And the next time Ryan came over, the laughter returned. But this time, it wasn't covering anything. It was real, and so was the silence that followed.